It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
The Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
Absolutely. We're going to be looking at 4 new items today, including 2 brand new TCC items. So if you're into TCC magic, then this might be the review show for you. We're actually going to start off with a trick that was released earlier this year that's taken us a little while to get to. But we got to it, we finally got to it, and we're going to have a look at that one first. So we're going to start off by looking at Jet Fountains by Jet Li? Not Jet Li, by Bondly. So the first thing we're going to look at, right, is Jet Fountains by Bondly. We picked these up at the Blackpool Magic Convention 2024, and we got 2 of them, but it's only taken us until now to review them because we've not really played around with them much until now, have we? We bought them for an act that you're kind of putting together over time, but we wanted to crack them out because you had another idea for an act, didn't you, which we'll get to in a little bit. But what are the Jet Fountains? Well, basically, it's a card fountain, right? And you can tell me all about it because you watched the tutorial and you've been playing around with it. But I will tell you, right, I have played around with fountains for years. Before you even got into magic, I've been playing fountains, and none of them are very reliable. In fact, I was speaking to Alan Hudson, who uses a lot of fountains in his act, and he told me that he has 3 or 4 of them set up because sometimes they just fail. A lot of fountains that I've found are very, very unreliable, but it seems like the Jet Fountains are quite reliable.
Yeah, they work every time.
Every single time. We've tried them out quite a lot, haven't we? Now, you can tell me all about it. What I will say is it's half an hour tutorial. No live performances, but lots of close-ups of the prop and how to load. It's more of a how-to guide, isn't it? You don't get routines or this is what you do with it or this is a routine you can do with it. You don't get any of that. It's basically just this is how it works, this is how to charge it, this is how to do it. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And there's 2 functions to it. The first function is to shoot cards up in the air. The second function is you can use it as a confetti fountain or you can put flash wool in it and you can use it as a like a fire launcher type thing. You can even have a silk in there on top of flash wool and have the silk fly up in the air and stuff like that. And you get a remote control with 2 buttons and there's 2 modes. The first mode, button 1 will shoot the cards, button 2 will shoot the pyro. Yeah. And in the other mode, 1 button will shoot them both at the same time. Yeah. So, tell me about the tutorial, tell me about the prop, tell me what it's like. Because I know you can put more than a deck in. Can you tell me everything about it?
You can put over 2 decks in. Like just over 2 decks.
Okay.
So yeah, you can put a lot of cards in there. It's very well made.
Okay. Very well made.
Very well made. It's got lots of stuff in it, so like
lots of stuff. It's got lots of stuff in it. It's well made. It's got stuff. It's got stuff built into it. Like what?
Like, I can tell you what percentage it's on.
Okay, that's good. Useful.
So yeah, like you said, it's got the fire thing built into it. It's got 2 modes built into it. It's got lots of different things in it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And this is normally where we'd have a look at a performance of it, but we're not going to look at a performance of it until the next review, because in the next review, the reason we've actually started looking at these Jet Fountains now is because something else came in for review, and you had the amazing idea of combining Jet Fountain with this other thing. So in the next review, you're going to see a performance of Jet Fountain, and you're also going to see a performance of this other thing at the same time, right? But how high in the air did they go? How fast is it?
Well, it depends how much cards are in there.
Speak up.
When you've got the max in there, it's like 4 to 5 meters. When you've got the max amount of cards, it's like 4 to 5 meters. So that's how high it would go.
What about if you just have like 1 deck in there?
If you have 1 deck, it'll go like 2, 3.5 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you couldn't just leave this thing on the stage, could you? Unless you were like doing a card manipulation act and you had it at the back of the stage ready to fight. Like if you were doing a card manipulation act and you're producing loads of cards and then you kind of had them at the back of the stage, you could, if you wanted to, have them kind of black arted at the back of the stage so it looks like they just fly off. But if you're going to have it front and centre, it needs to kind of be in a something, doesn't it? So how big is the device?
It's probably like, I would say that big.
Okay.
It's quite big. But you can have it behind like speakers at the front and stuff if you're in like a theatre.
Okay. And you do get on the tutorial. He teaches you how you can link it up with blaze candles and how you can set it on a time. Yeah, at the end, he tells you how you can link it up with blaze candles, so you can have like candles go off at the same time as the cards go off, and you can set timers on it and everything. So there's a lot you can actually do with it. If you don't want to use the remote control, you can set a timer. Although I think a remote control would probably be better. It's quite an easy remote control for you to set off yourself as well, isn't it? Like some of the remote controls that you use are quite naff. But this is one that you can probably set in your pocket very, very easily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, look, you'll know if you need a card fountain or not. They're a very specific thing. This is the best card fountain I've ever seen. Like I say, I've seen lots of card fountains that have been truly rubbish. And this is the first card fountain I've seen that works really, really well. Like, we've got two of them, haven't we? We're only using one at the moment. We've got two of them. And I'm so glad we got two of them because they are seriously good. What would you give it?
I'm going to give it a 1,000,000,000%.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
You really are a Bon Lee mega fan, aren't you? 1,000,000,000% from Ryland. I'm giving it 100%. I've always wanted a good card fountain. It's a really good card fountain. It's not cheap.
You haven't got what you wanted then.
Why?
Because this is an amazing card.
It is an amazing card fountain.
It's not a good card fountain. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you know, you'll know if you need a card fountain or not. It's expensive. It's not cheap. It's not the cheapest trick in the world. It's going to cost you some money. But if you're looking for the best, then this is definitely the best. 100% from me, 1,000,000,000% from Ryland. Now, in the next review, we're going to talk about what Ryland has decided to do with his card fountain. So let's have a look at the next review right now. Okay, Ryan, you can take the review here because you watched the whole tutorial for this. While I was in the office, you were setting up my desk, watching the whole tutorial from beginning to end. So tell us all about The Dog by TCC. I want to know about the tutorial. I want to know what the trick is, and then I want to know what you're planning on doing with it. What are the routines they suggest on the tutorial? Because I know you've very much changed what they suggested on there. What's the stuff you get in the box? Talk to me about The Dog by TCC, one of their brand new tricks.
Yeah, so The Dog by TCC.
TCCCC. Right, go on.
The Dog by TCC is basically you've got a balloon dog.
Okay.
And he can find two of spectators' cards.
So talk through what their routine is.
So the routine is you get the spectators to pick two cards, and then you put the cards back in the deck, and then basically you put the cards into the gift bag, and then you put the dog in the gift bag, and then you snap your fingers, and when you pull the dog out, he's now got a card in his front paws. So when you take the card out the front paws, it's their second card, and then you put it back in, and then he doesn't come out with the card. And it's like, well, what's happening? And then you flip the tail, and you hear something in the tail. And then when you...
the little bobble at the end of the tail, to be specific. So if you know a balloon dog, there's a little bobble at the end of the tail.
Yeah.
You flick that part of the dog, don't you?
Yeah. And then you like make it look like you're pulling the tail off the dog off, and then you pull the little bobble off. And then when you pop it, you've now got a card inside of it.
Yeah, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that looks so good. And that would work in an adult show, it would work in a kid's show. Like, it's an impossible card to impossible location. It's really good.
Yeah.
Now, talk through what you get in the box, because you get certain tools that now... I think it's fine to say what this is. I think it's fine to say this is not a signed card. This is not a method. This isn't like a mystery box where somehow you're showing a card inside the tail of the dog that's not really in there. That's not what this is it?
No, you literally
talk through what you get in the box.
So you get the thing that allows you to put the card inside the tail.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, not.
And so what you do is you get this device that they've developed, right?
It's not like electronic. It's just it's a cool tool.
And what it allows you to do is once you've made it, you've got basically a little bobble of a tail, haven't you?
Yeah.
And inside there is anything you want to put in there. It could be a billet, it could be a coin, a card, a billet, but that's inside there, and it's the perfect size to palm. First of all, how hard is it to make that? Because frankly, it looks impossible. I know that I left you in the office and I came back in half an hour later and you'd made one, so it can't be that hard. But
no, it's not that hard.
It looked tricky to me.
It probably take you like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'd say. Yeah.
And you're using that every performance, so you have to kind of make one before you perform, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get all of the stuff to make one of these gimmicks, and you get the tutorial that's going to teach you how to make that. And so very, very simply, the routine then becomes, I don't want to give the whole routine away, but it finds the first selection. The second selection is forced, and it looks really good. It looks like you pull the tail off the dog, and when you do, you can give the dog out as a souvenir if you want to. And when they open that up, when they open that little bobbly bit up that you pulled off, the card is in there.
Yeah.
It's obviously not a signed card because you put it in beforehand, so it's a forced card. You could go down the route of using an intercessor if you wanted to have it like a corner torn off or something. And that's the routine. And you've got a few other bonus routines and ideas, and they'll talk about other things that you put in there and so on and so forth. Do you want to talk through your routine first of all? And why you chose to change the routine on the tutorial for this?
So I've changed the routine, and
Because I love this routine.
Yeah, and I only use one spectator, one spectator's card, but I also use the jet fountains. So basically, I use his presentation. Well, they'll see in a second, but it's about me and my partnering spy mission. I don't know what it's called. Indy.
And the whole idea is Indy finds a card.
Indy finds the card, and like she's throwing all these cards out that aren't the card, and then she can't find it. And then I flick a tail. Well, I don't actually flick it. I just give it a little shake, and it's inside the tail.
Yeah, we'll have a look at a performance of it, shall we? Let's have a look at a performance of this, so you can see exactly what it looks like. This is combining the jet fountains with the dog from TCC.
Okay, I've got my dad behind the camera, and he's been letting me recently watch Mission Impossible. So I've only watched 2 so far, but so far my favourite is the second one. It's just a whole lot better, in my opinion. But now I like pretending to be a spy. And just like my dad, I have my own spy team. And just like Ethan Hunt, I have my own spy team. It's me and Indy. Now, Indy is a master of disguise. She's just over there. I'll go get her in a second. But in the films, Ethan Hunt, he has to find key cards, and he's got to go around. He's got to basically find things and stop evil bad guys from doing naughty things. So I've got a bunch of cards here. So I've got my dad behind the camera, like I said. So can you just say stop?
Stop.
There, okay. That's your card.
Got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're going to put it back in the set. Okay? Now, like I said, over here, I've got Indy, the master of disguise, and that is why she is
That's a balloon dog.
Yeah, that's why she's a balloon dog. She's a master of disguise.
No, it's a balloon dog.
Right, so we're going to put in... No, it's Indy. So
It's a balloon dog.
No, Indy is going to go inside the box, and we're going to put all of these cards inside the box as well. Are you ready? In they go. Right, Indy, go find the cards. Right, I'm going to give it 5 seconds. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I think she did it. So hopefully there's one card left inside the box. We'll have a look. Where is it? There you are. She hasn't got a card. There's no cards inside the box. That's not very good. Wait. Thank you. I've got a tail. There's someone inside the tail. Hang on. Me. There's one card. There's something inside the tail. Hang on. If I can get it out, there's one thing inside there. There's got to be. There's something inside of it. I can feel it. Here it is. I've got it. It's a card. There's one card inside of here. And that card is hopefully your card. What was your card?
It was the 6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds. The 6 of diamonds. Give it up for Indy.
I love that presentation. I love that. I can't tell you how much I love that. I really, really, really love
Yeah.
that presentation. That's so you.
I like it.
That's so you. Now, you've not actually done that on stage. You're at the House of Secrets this weekend. You're planning on doing it at the House of Secrets, aren't you? For the
Thing
first.
is, it's about Indy.
It's about your dog. It's about Indy, yeah.
It's about my actual dog.
It's about your actual dog, who is a master of disguise and
Dressed up as a balloon dog.
dressed up as a blue dog. That's
Because
very
why not?
meta. But I love,
She's shrunk in size.
I love that moment where you're like, she's trying to find the card, and then all of the cards get as if she's throwing the cards
Do you know what
out.
we call?
And, yeah.
Because it's Halloween coming up, we should get Indy a balloon dog costume. No, she'd just walk around with a little head poking up, like walking around as a balloon dog.
We'll look into that, okay? Bottom line, this dog by TCC is brilliant. I absolutely love this. I think it's great. I think kids show performers, I think you could very easily put a 9-inch silk into the dog's tail, and you could have like a vanishing signed silk go into the dog's tail. It could be literally anything. I love the card. The card thing works with you because of the Mission Impossible thing and the key cards and all that. That all works, but there's so much. I think it's just a really smart revelation. I just love it. I love the idea of this impossible location being the tail of a balloon dog. I think it's great. And I think this is one of the best things that TCC brought out for a long time. I'm going to give this 100%. I love your routine. It's my favourite thing that you're doing at the moment. But in terms of this trick is amazing. And I think it's flown under everyone's radar. I'm giving it 100%. What about you?
Yeah, 100%.
100% as well?
Plus tuning.
100% plus tuning. Somebody said on the comments, what's tuning? and Michael was like, it's a bird with bow and arrow. How that relates to a rating, I don't know. Yeah. It's 100% plus tuning from Ryland.
Bird with a bow and arrow that can fire at enemies.
Yes, 100% plus tuning from Ryland and 100% from me. Let's move on with the next review. So I've been very lazy this week. Ryland's performing all of the tricks on the review show. Sorry, buddy. And this one is very, very
This is the
good.
one I think it is.
Queen of Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah, this is called the Queen of Hearts Restoration. And this is basically a torn and restored card with a big ass card. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
The card is already pre-torn. So the whole idea behind this is that you would have somebody pick a card, and they would pick a card, and you'd say, right, okay, I made a prediction as to what your card is. You go into your case, or you go into an envelope, and you pull out loads of pieces of card, and you show it, and they can see it's the same card as the card they picked. You say the problem is it's all torn up. But luckily I can fix it, and then you take all these pieces, you put them together, and you get kind of an instant flash restoration of this card, and you show it on both sides. Now, you did this to music, didn't you, for your Instagram channel? So if you want to see what this looks like, you're going to see a performance right now, and then we'll talk about what we think. So, I mean, that was the performance. Very, very good. I mean, you just did that to music, so it was very quick, very direct. I really like this. I've always liked torn and restored card. The method behind this is very simple, but it's very clever. Like, you genuinely do show all of the individual pieces. In that regard, it reminds me a little bit like of a no-tear newspaper. But then you take those pieces and boom, you just put them together. It's not a flash
and you can show
restoration.
every side of the card.
Yeah, when it's all put back together, you can very clearly show every side of the card with your hands
both sides.
empty.
Yeah.
I love this. I think this is really good. I haven't asked you actually, is this going in your show or not?
Yeah.
It is going in your show.
It is, yeah.
I think this would be really good. I think this would be a really quick, fun thing to do. Have a card picked, and then just do the rest of it to music. I think that would be really cool. Or, you know, I think that a comedy magician could get a lot out of this. But I think it's also very magical. I think it's got a magical payoff. I think that Torn and Restored card is normally too small to do on a big stage. This is something that you absolutely could do on a big stage.
Yeah.
I love this. I think this is proper good. I'm going to give this... there's nothing else really to say. I mean, the tutorial doesn't have a live performance. That's a bit of a theme for this project, for this review show this week. None of the tricks, all 4 of them, none of them have got live performances.
Jet does.
Not really. No, it doesn't.
It shows a little video of him.
Oh, it's not a live performance, Ryland.
Yeah,
That's
but you
not
can't really do Jet as a live performance.
Jet doesn't even have freaking routines. It's just like, here's a fountain, press this button, they go up in the air, sort yourself
what
out.
routines can you give them without giving them props?
Well, you came up with a really good routine.
Yeah, but that's because I had props.
Yeah.
Like, what routine can they give you without giving you any props?
Okay, just off the top of my head, have someone pick a card.
Yeah, but that's a pack of cards.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up now. Shut up to shut Phil. Shut up all the way to shut Phil. And when you get there, shut up some more. I could come up with 10 routines with Jet Fountain off the top of my head right now, and you know I could. So shut up. Shut up. There's no live performances on this review show, despite what little shut up boy says. There's not. However, I do think this Torn and Restored card is very... But it's not a Torn and Restored card. This Restored card is very good. You tie it into a forced card, and I think this would play really big. And I think that even kids would like this. I think this would work well in the kids' show as well. Yeah. I'm going to give this 85%. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it 95%.
95%. 95% for the Kid Magician. 85% from me. Now we're going to finish things off with one final review. So the final review today, Ryan is performing again, and this is TCC's linking ring sets.
I love this.
I know
it's very cool.
I know you love this. Now, Ryland has been performing for the best part of 2 years now, the Flying Linking Rings by Victor Volko. And when you went on tour with Killian around the UK, you were doing the Flying Linking Rings. I would say that the Flying Linking Rings is one of your favourite tricks. Mm-hmm. The problem with the Flying Linking Rings is there are venues that you go to, there are places that you go to where the Flying Linking Rings just can't be done. You're going to see the thread. It's visual. In fact, when you were on tour with Killian and Reese and Matt were teching the show every day, like, how long did you spend getting the lighting right in theatres for the linking rings?
Quite long now.
Yeah, you were there like spinning rings over and over again for about 15 minutes.
No, I wasn't spinning rings. I just had this wrong ring and I was going from side
to side.
And then Matt just went in the audience and said, "No, we need a little bit. I can still see it. We need a little."
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
So there are times where thread is just not appropriate. And Ryan loves the linking rings. He's been he's been wanting to work on a linking rings routine for a while. And we've been looking for a good linking ring set, and this is the new linking ring set from TCC. It's got a really good tutorial by Axel Hecklau, he who does Spooning Around. Fantastic tutorial. Cannot say anything negative about the tutorial at all. And the rings are incredible quality, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you get? You get a carry case, and what's in the carry case?
You get a triple ring.
Triple ring.
Double ring.
Double ring.
Normal whole ring.
Normal key ring type thing.
Yeah, normal.
Just a normal 2 single rings.
Yeah, and magnetic whole ring.
And a magnetic ring. So magnetic ring, key ring, 2 single rings, a double ring and a triple ring. And then you can put whatever routines you want to put together. Now, you've not really done a normal linking rings routine together before, have you? No. You've done the ninja rings, the close-up version, and obviously your big thing is the flying linking rings. Mm-hmm. You've been putting together a linking rings routine. Now I'm going to show you the footage. He's not done this at a gig yet. This is kind of more rehearsal footage, isn't it? This isn't like the finished product. You've been working on this every single night. Yeah. It'll be ready soon. I reckon you might even be able to get it for the, I think you could try it out this weekend, I think, possibly, if you keep working on it. But we know what you need to work on. Eye contact, you need to work on. There's a few things that you need to work on, but you'll see how good the rings look as well, which is really important. I've been using linking rings for years. Those of you that are in the net tricks will know what my ring routine is. I've done so many linking rings routines over the years. I love linking rings. And these are the best linking rings that I've ever had. In fact, he's got these and I'm planning on stealing them off them and putting them in my case.
You can't. You put your own.
No, but they're not as good as yours.
You got your own terrible ones.
They're not terrible, they're just a bit rusty. Shut up. Let's have a look at... Shut up.
Rusty.
Let's have a look at the routine Ryland wants to put together for these rings. So there's a lot that I love about that routine. First of all, I adore the music. The music's really good. Second of all, I love the fact that it's not too long. It's only 2 minutes. I think that sometimes the ring routines can go too long, especially to music. I think 2 minutes is really good. 2 minutes, the music's good. I also like the structure of the routine. Obviously, you're putting the rings off to one side there because it's a rehearsal, but I imagine that you would use the same stand that you have for the flying linking rings, right? You'd use that.
Yeah, the microphone stand.
The microphone stand that you hang the rings on. Okay, cool. I just think a little bit more work on the links and the unlinks, and I think you're going to be there. But I think that
I created that move where you go, not the crash one, but the silent crash one.
well, you didn't invent it. Other people have done the silent crash through before. Yes,
Oh.
Shutagawa, for example. But what you did do, which I thought was really good, is that one where you bring the ring forward at the end. I've never seen that before.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, it's,
I've never seen a silent one before.
yeah, I'll show you Shoot's DVD if you want to see it.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I mean, this is the rings are amazing quality. The tutorial is by Axel Heckler. They're brilliant. You get so many different rings. Like you're working on when you've got this one nailed, you want to work on another one that uses every single one of the rings, and you end up with like a 12-ring display,
No, it's 9.
9-ring display, which is just ridiculous and insane. And I can't wait to see that.
I'm literally just stood there with one around my neck, one in this hand and one in this hand. I'm just like,
But you're working on the other one first, aren't you?
yeah.
But as it stands, if you're looking for an incredible linking ring set, TCC have hit it out of the park. TCC have done a great job recently. A lot of their stuff coming out is really good. The dog is one of the best things they've come up with in a long time. This is, oh my God, the best linking ring set that I've ever seen, and very reasonably priced as well. They've got that lovely wand and that we looked at a couple of weeks ago with the lights. Yeah, that's really good as well. As it stands, I'm going to give this 100%. If you're
100 billion%.
100 billion% from Ryland, 100% from me. If you're looking for a great linking ring set, then look no further as TCC. They are the ones that you need to go to. It's an amazing linking ring set.
There's no Avisha in the bag.
Yes, it is.
There's no Avisha in the bag. There's no Avisha. The radiator.
I know you did.
Back.
Ow.
Got ya.
That is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us right here on
Magic TV.
Delayed, but you got there in the end. Now, don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow Ryland, he is Ryland the Kid Magician at Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Magic TV _ Craig Petty. And if you want to go and check out the Netrix, which is my online streaming platform for magicians, it is Netrix.
www.thenetrix.cookies.com.
Thank you once again for
cookies.
It's .com.
Cookies.
It's .com.
Cookies.
Try that cookies.
Cookies.
See what happens.
Yeah. Cookies.
Won't work.
Oh, it works. Cookies.
We'll see you again next week.
Right,
Thank you.
Cookies.com.
Thank you once again. We'll see you again next week. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Thanks very much. See you again. Bye, everyone.
Bye.